Hey, yo, what up, Bodega Podcast? You already know who it is. It's one half of the sexiest Puerto Rican studs on this planet, Ortiz, baby. And shout out to all the Bodega Podcast listeners. Ow.
Yo, this is the Lucha Thug, the one-man Lucha gang, El Rey Gordo himself, the King Fat Boy Papo Esco, and y'all rocking with the Urban Wrestling Network.
It's your boy, the young GOAT, one half of Injustice, Hot Fire Myron Reed, and you're listening to Urban Wrestling Network. Gang.
This is Josef Samael from Contra Unit, and you're watching the Urban Wrestling Network.
What's good? It's Tristan Ty, a.k.a. Ikuro Kwon. You're watching Urban Wrestling Network. Hail Contra!
What's up? It's Judge in the building, and make sure you guys check out Urban Wrestling Network. The boys gonna be on there chopping it up. You already know, Street Fighter.
Oh, it is, man. It's like Boogie, South Philly. What up? Catch me on the Urban Wrestling Network real soon. Be on the lookout for that podcast, bro. Yes. MLW, all that. N.W.A, all that. I'm everywhere. Fuck out of here.
Hey, you guys. This is Christi Jaynes, and you're listening to the Urban Wrestling Network.
Round two tonight, we're going to talk some Alicia to Richard Holiday, a.k.a. Kevin Costner, the Bodyguard, and El Jefe. Now, this is a huge topic for me because we've seen one of the greatest saves ever with Richard Holiday pushing Alicia Atout out the way, where Contra Unit absolutely pummeled Richard Holiday, split his wig, gave him stitches. What might have been, Alicia Atout, innocent bystander. It is what it is. But he did the damn thing. Last night, we seen Richard Holiday against King Cortez. But you see, El Jefe tells her, sends his minion, or whatever you want to call the Azteca guy, go get her. He sends for her. She comes into the office. Alicia Atout comes in. I forgot how he says her last name. And she's like, it's Atout. And he's like, what? And she repeats it on like a little sassy, and it looks like that sass really got under his nerves. So, he's sitting there, he's telling her, you got it this and this is that, and we're going to do this, and Richard Holiday's going to defend. She starts to get a little emotional. He's like, you're going to be ringside. Now, my take from this is, if you know anything about the mob or anything awesome, not good guy stuff, the best thing you could do to impact somebody is to make somebody watch their loved one take an ass whooping in front of their face. He brings her ringside. Now, if you're going to tell me that El Jefe wasn't a gentleman, he has some really nice champagne. He told her, you have a nice dress on. We're going to sit by the fans. We're going to watch the fight. He had the, security make sure nobody was around to mess with her. They were feeding her champagne. She kept giving him the stank look at times. At one point of the fight, he won't say there, Richard Holiday comes slamming into them. And what it looked like was El Jefe wanted to cool off the current IWA Caribbean champion, and he put some champagne on his head.
He was trying to motivate him, Yeah,
he was trying to get some air back into him. You know what I mean? Like, try to cool him off.
Trying to wake him up a little bit.
Yeah, trying to wake him up. And, Alicia Atout got upset, blah, blah, blah. And
it was a very hospitable thing to do. Very hospitable.
Towards the end of the fight, we see Ikuro Kwon does come out. He kicks, Richard Holiday in the back. He goes down. I'm going to say El Jefe. King Cortez takes advantage of the temporary assistance.
And put him straight to hell. Literally.
Right. Pins him and becomes new IWA champion. Now, the crazy part is she has this nasty attitude when she's been getting free wine the whole champagne. She's been getting that free the whole time. He says something to her. She gives a stank attitude, looks super worried. Gentlemen, please.
She slapped. That was like the pimp slap to that cup. I give her credit.
The last time we seen somebody mess up and piss off El Jefe was Salina de la Renta, and we have not seen her since. Alicia Atout better watch her attitude because she's playing with fire. Gentlemen, your take on this whole situation, what the love triangle between, maybe not a love triangle, whatever it's going on between Alicia Atout and Richard Holiday and El Jefe not playing with this shit.
Evil Once, this is your time to shine. You're just shaking your head over there.
My God. First of all, I need to know why am I even doing here? Because it must be the most one-sided conversation I've heard so far.
Well, you haven't like incorporated
the most biased.
I am impartial. What do you mean? I am impartial. I'm the only impartial one here.
I mean, you guys look like you're in a hell phase steak out of pocket right now, the way you guys are talking. Like, I don't even know why I'm even here for. This is like the most biased conversation I've heard.
I feel that like you're like this. You're challenging my character as a person. Like, I am the most unbiased individual out of anyone here. I can't believe the blasphemy. The blasphemy is coming out of your mouth at the moment.
First of all, I have to deal with Chev and his love for contract unit. Now I have to sit here and see your character being destroyed in front of my face, agreeing to every outrageous bad thing that happened last night to the bodyguard.
Hold on.
You said I was next to speak, so let me speak.
That's fair.
It's a total bias show right now between you two gentlemen right here, and I use gentlemen very loosely right now. But from a person, okay, you put your hand up, I guess, or something. I see orange or yellow. First of all, I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know if it's yellow or orange, but I see a square right now. I can barely see
a hand. Yeah.
All right. So what happened here is the total just El Jefe just pushing his weight around. That's what that was. Being that he's El Jefe, Cesar Duran was just basically being the chauvinistic male pig that Latinos are mostly known for, by having her being summoned by a lackey, Azteca Uno, bringing her over, thinking that he's going to win her over with some cheap champagne from some bootleg store down in Philly. Probably the cups were dirty. You can see the dirty in the cup. She's not going to drink from that. Come on, man. I mean, have some respect for the lady. Can barely say her name right. It's Alicia Atout. It's not that hard to say. It's Alicia Atout.
It is very hard.
I have an accent. I can't even say it. Come on now. You can say it. To this match, which is purposely set up by Cesar Duran for him to lose his belt in front of his love attraction, I don't know, maybe future girlfriend, who knows what's going on there. Having contract unit and one of the hitmen there, Kwon, they're coming in with a spin kick, nearly knocking his head off. I mean, this was stacked against the men's deck from the beginning of this match to the end. And having Alicia Atout being there to witness this is just complete preposterous from a fan point of view, which is me. It was just total disgusting. I mean, it was a slap to the face to the wrestling fans, to Alicia Atout, to Richard Holiday, aka Kevin Costner, the bodyguard. This was just a total nonsense. Period. This was just bah humbug all over.
To kind of piggyback off that. This is a double-edged sword for me, because I do agree with you. Obviously the deck was stacked against Rich Holiday. If you thought Rich Holiday was walking out of there with that title, you were crazy. There was no way in oblivion he was walking out of there.
The Sentai Death Squad did nothing. They just stood there so no one interfered.
Well, no one that they wanted to interfere. Let's be honest here. No one that they wanted to interfere.
You can't say that. They didn't do anything.
No, they didn't, but they could have easily stopped Ikuro Kwon from coming in and kicking his head off. They didn't.
They were worried about other. All right, go talk, because right now I see what's happening. It's anti-Contra podcast. Go ahead.
No, like I said, I respect everyone. I respect everyone.
Hold on. Anti-contract unit podcast. Boy, this is the most favorable contract unit podcast there is on any channel out there. I mean, if you don't mention contract unit in a specific way, that will be a shock to the fans.
Yeah, really.
They're like the sliced bread of wrestling right now. You probably have contract unit. You probably have a contract unit toothbrush at home.
Anyway,
don't say nothing, Bill Vick. Shut your mouth and talk.
But no, so and at the same time, you could look at it as maybe Cesar Duran is trying to motivate Richard Holiday. As Chef had stated before, this was the best match we have seen Richard Holiday compete in. The man competed injured. He shouldn't have been competing. He still did, which was the heart of a war and a champion, by the way. So all respect goes to the dynastic one. Truthfully, that's to be his nickname from now on. And so, I get to your point. Duran, it was a very sleazy move to have his potential love interest sit at ringside and watch this match. There was the champagne, good, bad, dirty. I don't know. I don't really care. I wasn't drinking it. But, and maybe he was also trying to be, a little bit of a counselor, trying to, get them closer to each other and motivate that, give them that spark. So, just as Chef may be a little bit biased with Contra, I may or may not be a little biased with Azteca. That's fine.
A little.
Here's the thing. Evil, I would say I am a businessman, and as a businessman, I understand the business side of things. So for me, I understand what the man is doing, and I'm okay with it. I give him props. Well done. It's a smart man right there. So I know that you may not get that, but from a business perspective, he's doing everything right. He's motivating his employees to do the best that they can. That's all I got to say.
And I agree with you on that. But what I'm going to say is there's a line that Azteca Once, my fault, has said to Josef Samael, the King of Kings, where he said, you stay on your side, I stay on my side. If you touch me, I sue. It's the American way. My good friend, what is that from?
That is from Rocky V.
Rocky V, right? Now, what if El Jefe is a big Rocky fan? And when Rocky needs that adrenaline during the match, who's ringside? Adrian, right? What if he was trying to make this girl Adrian and, elevate him to be the next Rocky in Philadelphia? In Philly, then how come he can't be that?
And you know
I'm pretty sure since I didn't watch Rocky down in Mexico, wherever he's from.
Well, hold on, but to that point, Evil Once, you got to admit that he brought the best out of Richard Holiday.
Yep.
To your point,
yes. Yeah, I have to
agree
with that.
I just said earlier, it's giving the fans what they want.
Yeah,
that's not what all this is about. So it was a match that everyone wanted to see. And that's what we got because,
yes.
And we got that match because of who?
Cesar Duran.
Exactly. So as much as you might like the man is a businessman. He knows what he's doing. Yes, does he take power trips? Who doesn't when they have it?
Everybody.
Everybody does. You can't hate the game. You can't hate the game the way the game has been played for years.
All I know is this. All I know is that the way you guys started this podcast, it was just a 2-on-1, actually 2-on-0, because I was just sitting here in disbelief.
You didn't contribute anything.
One-sided conversation. I mean, of what? I'm in shock. I can't say anything right now because you guys, I'm like, what the hell?
It's not our fault. It's not our fault that you were shocked at the obvious.
Look, man. All I know, and I can safely say that I know for a fact, before every night Jeff goes to sleep, he kisses you guys on the forehead. He kisses his dogs. He kisses his wife goodnight. And then he snuggles under that contract unit blanket, all soft, dreaming about Josef Samael all night and the power that he has and contract unit this, and he has a contract unit pillow and all that. I understand that. I know this for a fact. He does have all this stuff at home. But just because you own all this stuff doesn't mean that you have to be completely oblivious to what's going on and just turn completely heel and be completely biased to one
that he is
gentleman, Kevin Costner.
That he is.
You know,
He's
that
very
is just
biased.
completely unfair to the wrestling fans who are listening to this podcast. All five of them. You know, it's not fair to all five of our fans who are listening right now to sit here and listen to this travesty of justice, man.
Holy shit! You know what? End this with this because it's out of hands. But this guy got me tearing up over here. Holy shit! It's the first time I got tears on a fucking podcast. Holy shit! This is crazy.
This is contract union's fault right now, bro.
Oh,
I
no
can't
way.
wait. I can't wait till the War Chamber comes up, and I can't wait till Hammerstone, Holiday, and Duca, and whoever that fourth person name just stumps on them. I want to see somebody take that damn needle, that sewing needle that Joseph Samuel has, that sewing needle that he uses to knit his sweaters at home at nighttime, and just stab him right in the forehead with it.
Listen, what I'm going to tell you, and I'm ending it with this because let me show a little bit of love to PCW Ultra, which most of our favorite wrestlers are on this pay-per-view main event that the main show is coming up right now. From Alexander Hammerstone, Alex Kane, LAX 5150, War Beast, which is Josef Samael and Jacob Fatu, and so many more. This card is stacked. But if you watch the promo that Josef Samael and 5150 Slice Boogie and Danny Limelight, a.k.a. Rivera, did, was fucking nuts. Those dudes started doing what they did. We know how they get down. And Josef Samael, to me, cut the promo, not because I'm biased, because if you guys tell me I'm wrong, I'm actually not being biased. But when he was like, listen, he goes, that stick-up kid shit ain't going to work here. Take that shit down to the block with the jobbers. You know what I mean? He was like, I've seen this story before. And then Slice Boogie was like, oh, y'all some beasts. You think I'm scared? Like, none of them are showing that break. None of them are worried about the next one. And I was like, man, fucking, we've been hyped on Danny Limelight, King Fatboy Papa Wesco, who's going to be in that show as well, and Slice Boogie for a long time. And I feel like those brothers are starting to finally get their due. And the magic you're going to see in that match versus Fatu and Joseph Samael versus 5150 LAX is going to be absolute motherfucking fire. Let's get it. On that, ladies and gentlemen, for myself, the big homie Eve Alonce, Bill Vink, we out of here. Deuces.